Hi there, this is Tracy with Totally Traced. I am here to demonstrate a card with you. I am going to be using the Lovely Arrangements bundle, the Lovely Blossom Suite. I might have those two intermixed. I always confuse the two between the suite name and the paper name and the bundle name. But regardless, I'm going to be demonstrating a card with this. I just checked on the Stampin' Up! Website, and part of this suite is sold out. I'm guessing the free shipping that ran the past 3 days was a huge success, because when I was checking things out today, a lot of things that I personally ordered just yesterday are already gone. So hopefully you already have this suite. It is the one that I've been featuring all month, and I wanted to stick with that because I did promise you that I would do lots of cards. So here I am demonstrating this. So I pulled out this. Finn just popped into my lap, so you might get a good camera view of his head. I'm trying to pull out the paper here. So in this paper, it has all these like pre-printed pieces, which makes for really easy card making. So for example, this is one of the pre-printed pieces, and all I did was layer it up and throw it on the card, and super fast, super easy. Oh, he's eating my bow. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Today, I'm not going to go super easy. So, for example, I could just put this right on the front of the card, and it's going to be beautiful. Add a sentiment, beautiful, easy card. But sometimes when a lot of the work's done for you, I like to make it a fun fold or do something extra special with it. So that is what I'm going to do today. And I'm actually going to trace myself. So this was a class that I did about a year ago, last year for Valentine's Day. And I just love this fun fold. I would pull out the card itself, but I'm sure it's been sent to somebody. But I'm going to use the exact same measurements, but I'm going to use this paper instead. So let's get Finn off my lap here. Okay. So to get started, I'm going to use a Secret C card base. Maybe. It's not wanting to come out of my pack of paper there. Is that a full-size sheet? No. Let me start with a full-size sheet. All right, and I'm going to cut it just like you would a regular size card, so 8.5 by 5.5. Oh my gosh, I just totally went brain dead here. Because something, 5.5. Okay, yes, oh my goodness, 5.5 by 8.5. I just got distracted and could not pull it back. All right, and then we're going to score the long side at 1 inch. Good morning. I see lots of you popping in. I would love for you to say hi, put something in the comments for me. My next score is going to go at 2 inches, so I'm scoring 1 inch, 2 inch, and 5.25 inch. And I'm hoping my directions are very clear on my tutorial because I have not made this card, I don't think, for the past year. All right, so we're just going to Z-fold this. So I'll just show you that because that might have looked pretty fast. So it's going to look like that. And I am going to give it a strong, like I'm going to use my bone folder on all those folds just to make sure that it's going to crease nicely. Okay, so it's fun because that will sit up just like that. All right, now I'm going to build the background. So for my designer series paper, I'm going to need 5.25. So let's see how long this piece is. That's pretty close to 5.25. So I'm going to cut it this way, 5.25 by 3. And then 5.25 by 3/4. Hi, Janine. I say hi because it doesn't always tell me who's here. All right, let's make sure those matched up because the other one I had to cut extra off. Okay. Oh, I see. They're going different ways. That's why. All right, let's see if that bothers me. So it's going to lay like this. And then this piece is going to go here. I don't think that's going to bother me. No, in fact, I think it adds a little extra dimension. All right, now we're going to pull that secret C back out. And we're going to cut like the mini card that goes across the top. And for that one, I need it to be 3 by 5.5. So let's see what we have with the piece that I just had. So that's already 5.5. So we're going to cut it at 3. And then we're going to score the long side at 1.25. And you're just going to give that a good fold. All right, so now this is the mini card, and so we're going to put this over it. So this piece of designer series paper, if you're using different paper, I just want to make sure that you are getting the measurements. Good morning, Sandy. Nobody has said hi or told me where you're from today. Are we all sleepy? I mean, you can tell something's going on with me. But let's see, 2 3/4 by 4. So I'm just going to double check everything. That looks right. Okay. So I'm going to try and get this down to 2 3/4. So I'm going to get it as tight as I can. Oh, that looks like that is going to work perfectly. I did have to cut off a little bit of the leaves, but that's all right. All right, we got to get 4 inches. Excuse me. So let's cut this off. And let's see what happens if I cut that at 4. Oh, I don't want to cut that much off. So I'm going to get this as close there. And let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with cutting off some of the stem. There we go. Hi, Gail. Oh, Gail, you're in North Carolina again. Oh, Nikki's from North Carolina as well. So thanks, both of you, for joining in. All right. So now this is going to go right there. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. In fact, I'm going to get all of this glued down. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I like it better even when it's cut down with the flower just as the focus. All right. All right, so how many of you ordered with the free shipping? I waited till last night. Like I was very last minute. And to be honest, the reason is because I just placed an order like 3 days before and thought I have everything I need. Of course they're going to do free shipping now. I'll never make it to $75 to qualify. And guess what? I did and made it well over. And then this morning I already realized there's something else I need. I think I might have a problem. I'm sure I'm not the only one though. I bet some of you can relate to that. Okay. So now here is the trick to this card, because here's what I always want to do. I always want to put it like this, but that's not what you're doing. You are going to line it up here. So that's where I'm going to put glue first. It's just on this bottom piece. Hi, Noreen. Glad you could make it today. I don't recognize that name, so maybe you are first time watching. Nikki says, oh yes, I'm guessing that's related to what I just said of, I don't need anything. Sale, oop, I need it all. All right, so you can see I just have a little bit there. So I close the card, that's where I want the glue. So I'm just putting a tiny strip here. And I'm gonna hold that down for a second. All right, So you can see this, like who would not want something nice like this sitting up on their desk? So now it's time to decorate. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So I'm using that lovely arrangements. I'm going to use the stamp Sending Smiles because I feel like everybody needs a Sending Smiles card. That can be for any occasion. Noreen is from Maryland. Thanks for joining, Noreen. Again, I think you're first time joining me live. I could be wrong on that. Okay, now I did pull out, off to the side here, I've got a little bit of a disaster going on. There we go. I did pull out a label, and this is cut right from the die that comes with this bundle. I've used this so much, I just have a whole bunch of them cut because I love the sentiments in this one. Somebody commented on one of my posts yesterday of this is their favorite all-time bundle and suite. And I gotta say, I think I agree. I don't know. It's hard. It might just be because I'm the one, this is the one I'm playing with, but it's just so versatile and so easy to make pretty cards with. Okay, so I'm not going to glue this down yet because I'm still going to decorate. But, I mean, that's perfect. So I can also decorate over here. So I did pull out, like I've got some, although I don't think I'm going to like that. I think I'm going to want that out of the blue, out of the Secret Sea. And then I pulled out some flowers. I think let's just try one. So again, this is all die cut from this bundle. This bundle is, I think it's the bundle that's out of stock. I think the paper is still available. I do have, I just checked again this morning, I do have 4 kits still available. So I did do a kit with this suite, and I'll show you that in a minute. And in the links, there's the registration to get the kit. So I'll show you the cards in a minute. But like I said, I checked this morning, and there were 4 still left. I didn't think they would last the week because I think it was last Saturday that I had 12, and I thought, oh, those are going to go really fast. But there's still 4 left. All right, so we can decorate here, like just by putting a card or by putting a flower here. Oh, Nikki's saying the paper is out, and she used it for her class this month. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, I don't like that. We're going to keep it simple. How about maybe a bow instead? So this is the Secret Sea ribbon. This ribbon is amazing. This is not the ribbon that comes with the suite. It comes with a cloud cover, which is very pretty because it's cloud cover, but I actually like this ribbon better. It's very easy to work with and makes beautiful bows. And it's nice and sheer. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even need the ribbon. I'm going to try one more thing. Let's put it here. And we'll tie just a little knot. Oh, I just lost the tightness. Let's try that again. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I like that. I'll just move it over to the side a little bit. And down a little bit. Okay, yep, I think I like it like that. Okay, so let's trim that off. And then just trying to think about how I want to stick this down so it will actually stick. I'm going to put one dimensional all the way at the top towards the left, and then one at the bottom. And that's just going to help secure the ribbon and it to the card, because if it just sticks to the ribbon, it's going to flop a little bit, and we don't want that. So we'll see. That should secure the ribbon and make it so it doesn't flop. Fingers crossed. Okay, yep, that's staying nicely. And then, of course, on the back, you still want a place to put the sentiment. So I'm going to cut a piece of white. To 2 3/4 by 5. Nikki likes the knot. Thank you for the feedback. I'm glad that's what I went with. Okay, and then of course now I'm going to stamp the flower on it. I'll just put this in the corner. There is a smaller flower in this set that, so I could have done that as well. Okay, and then we're just going to glue that right here, and I'm lining it up with that seam so you know, the person receiving the card doesn't see that ugly little seam there. There we go. So there is today's card using that sweet. Oh, thanks, Lisa. She says cute. All right, so again, I do have 4 kits still left. So your kit will look like this. You get the designer series paper, 2 feet of the cloud cover ribbon. I think it's 16 of the gems. Oh, I didn't even add gems. Maybe I'll go back and do that. And then your envelopes with the, in the envelopes, there's all the things you need for the 5 cards. And I did pull those cards out. So look, this will look familiar. This is with the stamping though. So everything you need is in the kit. So like I've already cut the vellum for you. You have all the card stock that you need. I've die cut the flowers. You'll just need to stamp them. The only thing that you need is the ink and the stamps. So you can use whatever stamps you have. Or if you have this bundle, you can do that. Next week, actually this week coming up on Wednesday, I will be live again. I will be demonstrating. I'll be doing my Easter Joy class. I love this class. These cards are so stinking cute, in my opinion. I hope you agree. So I'll be demonstrating these 5 cards. Today I will be prepping all the kits for it. So if you want in on the kit to make these 5 cards, again, in the comments, the link is already there. Hopefully you will join me on Wednesday to see how these come together. And I do have a Greenery Lane class that you can add on where you'll get the supplies to make 4 cards. So you can add that on to your Easter Joy class. And I think that's all I have to tell you. So again, hopefully, oh, Nikki says, how much are the kits? So the Easter one, I believe, is $20 plus shipping, and the Greenery Lane is a $12 add-on. Each of my kits are a little bit different. The Lovely Garden one, this one was $16 plus shipping. So if I'm shipping it to you, I think this one was $23. It does depend on the kit. If you click on the link in the comments, it just it will take you to it, and like you can read all about it. It tells you everything that it comes with without actually having to purchase it. And then of course my PDFs are always in there too. If you're like, I already have all the supplies, Tracy, I don't want your whole kit, you can purchase just the PDF. Again, hopefully I will see you on Wednesday. Oh, thank you, Noreen. She says elegant card. All right, see you next time.